Hi, loves. Here's your week ahead from the 27th to the 2nd of August, 2026. I hope you had a beautiful week and a beautiful weekend. Thank you for being here. So let's just jump in with the oracle message for this week, and then we'll move into your tarot message. And as always, I do an extended version of this message. So if you're interested, the link is down below in the description box. All right. So spirit guys, support me in delivering the message for the collective from the 27th of July to the 2nd of August 2026. May all messages be for the highest good of all involved with harm to none. Now let's see what your first message is. We got a couple things happening this week as well. Let me chat about that before we get into the oracle message. So the 26th, I'm recording this on the 25th, Saturday the 25th. So tomorrow, Sunday the 26th, we have the nodes changing signs. So for the last 2 years or so, 18 months, 2 years, the nodes, the south node has been in Virgo, the north node has been in Pisces. Tomorrow, the 26th, the nodes change signs. So the north node will be in Aquarius. Yes, the north node will be in Aquarius. The south node will be in Leo for the next 18 months to 2 years. So that's a whole energy shift. So Leo, Aquarius risings, especially Taurus, Scorpio will feel this energy. We all will, but this energy will definitely impact Leo and Aquarius risings. We also have Saturn going retrograde on the 26th. So that will be for the next couple months. I'll pop a couple notes here regarding the transits. Now, on the 29th of July, we have a full moon in Aquarius. So it'll be, I think, 3:36 p.m. here in the UK. We also have the sun will be conjuncting Jupiter on the 29th as well. So that's big energy. Remember, Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So we have the sun at home in Leo. Jupiter loves being at home in Leo. So it's this expansion of the sun energy, expansion of Leo themes, wherever you have Leo in your chart. Those themes can be expanded. Of course, the outcome of this transit will differ depending on what's happening in your specific chart and which house all of this is happening and the aspects that are happening with your natal and your transit chart, right? So these are is a general energy of well-being, expansion, luck, fortune, recognition, all of this. But this is highly dependent on what is happening in your specific chart. So those are a couple of things happening for the next couple days, next week, to add to the flavors of this reading. Or rather, my reading will add to the flavors of what's happening in the broader sense of energy. All right, let's go. What's the theme for this week for the collective spirit guys? They should be aware of round and round. Here it is again. It's shown up a couple times over the last couple weeks. And I find it so funny that I'm talking about transits, right? Things moving, planets interacting with each other, the sun doing its thing, and the moon doing its thing. Is interesting. Round and round has popped up. So this is the energy of spirals. Spirals, like you could be referring to time, energy, spiraling upwards, downwards. There could be something coming around again. No, we are out of Mercury. Mercury went direct. I think, on the 23rd. I believe it's 23rd, 24th. But we still have the post shadow. So as much as Mercury is now moving forward again, it's behaving as it would normally. It's time now to take action where we were being held back in order to review things and rethink and all of this. We still have the energy lingering for a bit before things start to feel completely normal again when it comes to Mercury, right? So I think that it doesn't come out of post shadow until I think about the 6th of August, 6th or 7th of August. But at least we are fully out of the we are out of the retrograde, right? Things are starting to progress again. But we do have Saturn in retrograde. There's some other, I think Pluto's in retrograde at the minute. There's other retrogrades happening as well, with Saturn being retrograde. So where you might feel as if things have been delayed with Saturn, you might start to see your karma coming in. You might start to see things, your rewards coming in, right? Because it's moving opposite to what it would normally do. But round and round is saying that there's something coming around again, or it might feel that way, or whatever is coming around again is for you to look at, to learn a lesson, to embody a lesson, to move through a lesson, to see things faster, sharper, to learn quicker, to fix something, to heal something. So it might not necessarily be the exact same place that you've been in the past, or experiencing the exact same experiences, for lack of better words, that you have in the past. It might just be familiar, because it's another layer of whatever this situation is for you to look at, for you to experience, for you to fix, for you to harmonize and balance. Just make sure you're not spinning wheels and just going around in circles. Make sure that there's some sort of progression. All right, so that's your main theme this week, round and round. Let's see what's at the foundation of all of this. That's card 25. Ooh, Treasure Island. Okay, so holding up the energy of this week is Treasure Island. So rewards coming in, feeling as if you hit the jackpot. Your energy feels bright, and it might be slow, but it's steady, right? It might be slow moving, but it's steady. It's aligned. And turtles move slow on land, but in water they move. They swim beautifully. So maybe it's about flowing. Maybe it's about, the treasure might already be in your mind. The treasure might already be in your life. But how you applying it, how you looking at it, maybe your perspective needs to change. Maybe it's just about habitat. Does that make sense? Like how I was just saying, the turtle moves slow on land, but in water it moves, it swims gracefully, and there's some kind of speed involved. So maybe it's not about the thing, but the environment the thing is in. Maybe it's not that you're not thriving. Maybe it's that you're in the wrong environment to see that you are thriving. I hope this is making sense to y'all. Top of the deck, ooh, is Yang. Look at the colors. So how fitting for the Sun and Jupiter conjuncting, the Sun being in Leo at the minute as well. Fireball of energy, action, taking action, feeling motivated. Your energy might be up this week. You might notice your energy is very different, that you feel more energized, that you are able to take action in things. You don't feel, there's no procrastination, or you just naturally feel like getting up and going. There might be a new idea, a new spark coming forward as well for you that might lead to your Treasure Island. Pieces under Treasure Island. You got breathe. All right, you got to be fair. Let's see, the heart is blessed. Okay, so we got round and round, blessed. Ooh, round and round. Deep knowing just revealed itself. Deep knowing, blessed, and not for you. So not for you was at the heart last week. Here it is again, but it's next to the card at the heart. You made your decision, and now you're seeing your blessings coming forward. The energy is shifted. When I went ooh, and I thought about Treasure Island and round, this could be a jackpot, like a wheel of fortune. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Which is funny because I saw that card earlier today. I saw Blessed earlier as well. So Wheel of Fortune, games of chance, could be part of your story this week. taking part in the lottery, a scratch card, something along those lines. Something that's been floating around in your mind over and over could be part of your story of your treasure coming forward. Take action in it. Right? No, don't, now that Mercury is direct, now you can take action in your ideas, bringing them forth into form. Let's get your cards out for the week. This Monday's energy, please, spirit guides. All right, so we have what is that? 4 of Wands. Give me Tuesday's energy, please. A Knight of Wands, so fire all over the place. Wednesday, please. Queen of Pentacles. Let's get Thursday. A Queen of Wands. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, please. The Chariot. So lots of people, I find it interesting whenever I use these cards for the collective, I get a lot of people coming through. Bottom of the deck is a High Priestess. Intuition is a big thing for y'all this week. Truth coming forward, some kind of revelation coming forward. Let's see, we have what is it, 4 of Swords? Yes, 4 of Swords at the top. So resting, laying things to rest in some way, letting go of something. You either willing to fix things and move forward, or leave it alone and walk away. Let go of the limbo, being in limbo. At the heart is the 9 of Pentacles. So a harvest of some sort. And again, he's facing the High Priestess. So some of y'all could be, when it comes to games of chance, receiving numbers in your dreams. Repeating numbers might be the winning numbers for you. Something along those lines. Your harvest could be connected to your intuition. 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Yeah, it goes back to that message of come out of being in limbo. Stop holding on to things as in grudges and resentment. It's either you are willing to put out the olive branch or accept the person's olive branch and heal and move forward with them, or enough is enough, cut the cord and move on and let things be. Stop having all of these loose ends, right? Tie up the loose ends. All right, so let me show you your cards, because as always, you seeing the cards as well could support your message. Things could make sense in you seeing the cards. So that's why I'm saying resting or laying something to rest. Laying something to rest is more what I'm saying with the 4 of Swords. Or let's just jump into it. We have a 4 of Wands for Monday's energy. This is a sense of completion. Not completion all the way complete, but it's your foundation is up, right? Your foundation is up. So you might not have all of the pieces. You might not be starting your business. You might not be starting a project, but the foundation has been laid. And you're going to use that to build, to continue to build. So it's this energy of, for example, let's use social media as an example. You want to start a project of some sort, a show, a podcast, creating content, whatever it is. And you're like, well, I need to buy XYZ to get this going. But somewhere in your mind, somewhere in your life, somewhere in your house, somewhere in your room, somewhere, you have the basics. You got a phone because you're watching me. You have some kind of device, some kind of phone, some kind of camera to use already to get things going. You might not have all the bits and pieces, but you have the foundation to build to get what you need going, to get going, right? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So Monday's energy, the 4 of Wands, you have the basics to get things going. It's not about perfection. Start where you are at and build on that. As long as you take the first step onto the pathway will continue to open. All of the pieces will come together. Start trying to know all that you think you need to know. Take action. Co-create with spirit. Let things unfold as they will. All right, so that's Monday. Get going. Sell the things. Teach the things. Show up. Be seen and recognized. And let things unfold for you. Tuesday, we have a Knight of Wands. This is very much take action. And it's so beautiful with Mars energy. For Tuesday, the Knight of Wands is taking action. There's the motivation, the passion, the excitement, the adventure. They're like, charge, full steam ahead, let's go. Fully fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So Aries would be taking the action. Leo is being confident. Sagittarius is being adventurous. You're using those energies and you're moving forward. If you don't feel as if you embody this energy, this could be a person in your life who is coming towards you to push you forward. All right. For some of you, this is travel. If you're looking to travel, I feel as if Tuesday, when you are traveling, it feels as if the pathway is clear for you for Tuesday. All right, let's go. Wednesday is a Queen of Pentacles. This is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. All right, climbing the ladder, going for what you want. There's no holding back. Again, if this is not you, this is a person in your life who's supporting you this way. The Queen of Pentacles is the entrepreneur. She's the mother, the carer, the nurturer. She's harvesting. Wednesday, there might be some kind of harvest. You're ready to pick the fruits of your labor. And that's so interesting because, again, Wednesday is Mercury Day, and Mercury rules markets, all the different types of markets. And in the marketplace, in markets, all these different people come together and everything works as a collective. So Wednesday could be some level of harvesting something. You have to take action in order to harvest. You can't plant the seeds, see the fruits on the tree, and sit down there and be like, okay, you got to go out and get it. So Wednesday is go out and get. Thursday, we have a Queen of Wands. Confidence yet again. This week is about taking charge and doing things. That's the energy. Queen of Wands. We got a Knight of Wands, Four of Wands. Lots of fire here. We have Yang as your top card, your top of the deck card. So Thursday, the Queen of Wands, confidence, magnetism, calling it in with your energy. You don't have to be the loudest in the room. Your energy speaks for itself. And when you ask for what you want, people are running, tripping over themselves to run to help you. You just need to say the word. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Remember that on Thursday. Step into your powers. This is creativity, your creation. If you're into candle work, if you're into, magic, glamour magic, speaking on your life, using words to draw in your desires. For some of you is, again, showing up so that the collective can see you. They can see what you have to offer. If you have something to offer, to share, to make money from, and you stay quiet, how are people going to see your wares? How are people going to be able to buy what you have to offer if you being shy about it? Ain't no shy, nothing. Step forward and let the world see you so that people can pour into you. And of course, when I clarify each card, then we will see what the Queen of Wands energy is about. The Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, we'll expand into that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Chariot. And it's so interesting because all of these cards are looking towards the Chariot. All of these cards are looking in the same direction of the Chariot. Everybody moving towards. So it's like at the end of the week, whatever you are working on, and this might sound obvious, right? But I'll say it nonetheless. Whatever is happening this week is leading towards the weekend energy. And if you think about it, the weekend energy is the full moon, is Sun conjunct Jupiter. Everything is building up towards that energy, right? The energy is gaining momentum, as one of my decks would tell you. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon, we're in the waxing crest, we're in the waxing energy of the moon. Everything is getting bigger, 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 expanding. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Chariot, movement is happening, progression is happening, things starting to shift. Wherever you might have felt stuck, you might start to see something shift. And it's interesting because we have that Saturn retrograde happening. And Saturn, in its normal movement, feels like things moving like molasses in winter. So when things are retrograde, when Saturn is retrograde, you might start to see all of your hard work paying off, everything starting to shift, the rewards starting to come in. So perhaps this is why we have the Chariot here at the end of the week, because there's an energetic shift. Also, with the nodes changing signs from Virgo and Pisces, Virgo placements, Virgo risings, Pisces placements, Pisces risings, especially the risings, and Gemini and Sagittarius will feel that things are starting to ease up for you. Virgo and Pisces, you're no longer in that learn the lessons now, time to do things different now. You know, the finger wagging of the universe has shifted to Leo and Aquarius. But of course, we're made up of all 12 signs. So everyone will still feel the energy in some way. But the spotlight is now off of Virgo and Pisces. So for y'all, you might start to really feel there's some kind of progression going. Now, the Chariot, in order for the Chariot to move, all of the working pieces, whether it's the horses, or the horse and the chariot, and the horse and the carriage, everything has to work in the same, or work alongside itself, each other, to get the chariot to move forward. One wheel can be going this way and another wheel pulling another way and the horse going in another direction, because nothing is moving. But when everything starts to come together, that's when the movement happens. So there's some kind of alignment that you might notice, the results of alignment happening. You might start to see it manifesting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in that time period. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to the dreams. Like I said, the High Priestess, there's some kind of knowledge coming forward, some kind of hidden knowledge coming to the surface, some kind of understanding, some kind of seeing things in its full and broad perspective. You laying things to rest. Harvesting was yours, going after was yours, feeling confident in it, taking action. You're not doing the same things over and over. You're pivoting, you're shifting, you're spiraling, you're learning, you're understanding, you're releasing where you need to, you're taking action where you need to. You're remembering that your treasure is here, and it might not be that your treasure is not available to you. Maybe you looking at it or looking at things with the wrong glasses, the wrong eyes, the wrong perspective, and just shifting it could reveal that everything is here, but there's blinders, because you seeing things how you want to see things as opposed to how they are. You feeling stuck or stubborn about how things should be, as opposed to flowing with what it is. And whatever your pivot is, you know your story, could reveal the treasure that's been staring at you all along. And what was at the heart? Blessed. There it is. Remembering you're blessed. So I'm going to end it here, my loves. I'm going to clarify each of these cards to get a wider understanding of what's happening for this week. If you're interested, like I said, the link is down below. If this is the end of the road, thank you for being here. Please comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. All of these steps help my video reach more eyes. So have a beautiful week, my loves, and until next time, take care. Bye.